We were walking down downtown Chicago and popped into that new store that opened up, Italy. And the reason we did that is because it's actually the store of my former boss, so I was just curious to check it out. We didn't have time to stop by and eat at any of the restaurants that's inside there, but we did see a Nutella bar, and oh my gosh, I was so tempted to get one of the desserts from there. We couldn't, so ever since then, I had it on my brain that I want to whip up a Nutella dessert on my own at home. So that's why I'm making for you today my no-bake Nutella cheesecakes with strawberries. They're creamy, crunchy, and full of Nutella flavor. And the strawberries act as a fresh, juicy surprise. And come on guys, what goes better together than strawberries and Nutella, right? This is the perfect summertime dessert because it's easy to whip up, it uses only simple shortcut ingredients, and there's no oven turning on required. So if you want to know how to make this, then grab your Nutella jar out of your pantry and I'll show you how to make it. Today is a very special day because it's our season finale of Bits and Pieces. Can you believe it? And it's been such an adventure, but we couldn't have done it without our Kickstarter backers. Thank you. We couldn't have done it without your help, without your support, and without your encouragement. And if you are one of our Kickstarter backers, then be sure to stay tuned until the end credits where we're going to scroll your name just to say thank you, because this episode is dedicated to you. We want to give you a little shout out to know how much we appreciate you and your belief in us. We promised you 20 episodes, we're delivering 20 episodes. Let's get started. Oh, you know, just busy beating up some Oreos, and this is gonna act as my crust for my no-bake Nutella cheesecakes with strawberries. And what you're gonna need for them is Nutella, strawberries, vanilla extract, cream cheese, Oreos, hazelnuts, and Cool Whip. The amount of Oreos that you use doesn't really matter because it's just what you prefer. Since I'm planning on placing these Oreo crusts in jars, they don't need to be completely pulverized because I'm not going to mix them in with butter. They're just going to act like a little crunchy crumble for texture. So that's about good for me. Shake, shake, shake. This is my complicated crust. That's it. In a large bowl, add 8 ounces or 1 block of softened room temperature cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and of course, Nutella. You're just gonna need 2/3 of a cup. Gloopy, silky, luxurious, wonderful. If you don't like Nutella, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if we can be friends. Sorry guys, I can't let this go to waste. I need to give this to my cameraman as a snack. Time to beat it up. If your cream cheese is soft at room temperature, you should have no problem. Dunzo. Make sure you turn off your beaters before you lick them. Pop. Now it's time for manual labor. This is another simple shortcut ingredient, Cool Whip. Because Cool Whip is not just plain whipped cream, it's whipped cream with stabilizers in it. I know that sounds kind of, but just something that seems marshmallowy about it, so it helps to keep the body of this cheesecake. So I'm gonna use about half a tub. You don't have to be too precise. You can use more too, because some recipes you use the whole tub, but I purposely am leaving some behind to dollop on the top. I purposely wanted to keep things easy today because I just wanted to chill out with you guys. And when you do this, you just feel like you're meditating. Who needs yoga? Eat Nutella cheesecakes instead.
Behind their smiles, a tiny little crocodiles waiting to do me.
Aren't these jars so precious? You can just get them anywhere, from Target, from Amazon, wherever. We'll even leave a link for you down below. I find these to be so perfect and cute because these are 8-ounce wide mouth jars and they're flat, which is what I like about them, because then you don't have to like put too much filling in, and it's a perfect portion size for each person. So even though this is called a no-bake cheesecake, it has the essence and the flavor of a cheesecake, but it's really more like a mousse or a trifle. So this is my little riff on it. I've seen other recipes where they do form a crust in the jar or the cup, but I've actually tried it. And for me personally, I feel like it's unnecessary, because if you're not going to put it in a ring mold, there's no reason for there to be a stiff, hardened crust on the bottom. And it does get hard when you add butter and press it in. I like the little crumbles to come up easily with a spoon, and you just scoop it up. And then in here, I got my Nutella cheesecake mixture inside of a Ziploc bag. And then I cut off one corner of it, and I'm using this to kind of pipe. You can always use a piping bag with piping tips, or you can even just use a regular spoon and spoon it in. I'm gonna create one little small layer as best you can. And then I have some sliced strawberries, and you can just plop them on. They can even be hidden. You don't have to make it so they're showing, but why not? So I'm gonna fan it out like this. I'm even going the extra mile and using only the flattened sides of the strawberries, not the bumpy parts. Okay, and then I'm gonna top it with some chopped hazelnuts, because Nutella is a hazelnut chocolate spread, so it's very fitting, right? I like to always add a bit of crunch and texture to everything, so it's not just one note on the top. I'm going to add a dollop of the leftover Cool Whip on top, as well as a garnish of a strawberry and maybe some cookie crumble because I have it left. But just so it doesn't smash, I'm gonna put the lid on right now and stick this in the fridge. So I'm just gonna assemble the rest of my jars, pop them in the fridge, chill out literally for about 2 hours, and then come back. It's been 1.5 hours because I just couldn't wait for 2 hours. It's still nice and firm and chilled, and it already looks beautiful just like this, but I love that little last touch of garnish. So I use that remainder Cool Whip, you know, the other half of the Cool Whip, and I put it in the piping bag with a star tip to be fancy. And then what I did with my whole strawberries, which I left aside, I just sliced it all the way almost to the stem, and then I can use it to fan it out into this little cute strawberry. And that's why I wait to the end to do this, because then you can't put the lid on. So do this right when you're about to serve. And you can leave it like this and keep it kind of elegant and simple, but I like to always add a little bit of texture on top just so that you know exactly what's going on the inside. So just a little sprinkle of Oreo crumbs, a last sprinkle of hazelnut pieces, and there you have it. I went all the way through all the layers. You instantly taste Nutella, but it's as if someone whipped it into a cloud. And a little crunch from the Oreos and the little savory bits of hazelnuts, that works so good together. There's a reason someone invented putting Nutella and strawberries together, let me just tell you. I don't know, putting it in a jar just makes it seem special, but if you don't have a jar, just use a cup or a little bowl. If you didn't want to use Oreo cookies because you don't want the cream and stuff, then substitute with chocolate graham crackers. And then if you wanted to have a harder crust and not be crumbly, like where you can eat it with a spoon, all you have to do is use the same amount of Oreo crumbs and add about 3 tablespoons of unsalted melted butter into it, and then pack it firmly in the bottom of a ring mold. And then you'll have a more traditional cheesecake look. This is perfect for an easy, no fuss, no frills summertime dessert, even though it looks super cute and fancy. And even though season 1 was full of blood, sweat, and tears and learning curves and all of that, no matter what, I definitely wanted to end on a sweet note. And so that's exactly what I did for you today. So I hope you give it a try. And I hope you stay tuned for season 2, coming soon. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to push like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. It tastes like it's my birthday or something. I love you, my Kickstarter backers. I love you, Nutella.